Alright, I'm going to make my prediction video real quick for the Chile Open in Santiago. The final begins in about an hour, but first I will talk a little bit about the Acapulco final, which Flavio Caboli won in straight sets like I predicted. I said 3 sets, he did it in straight sets, but that first set could have gone either way. He won it in a tiebreak, 7 points to 4. But nevertheless, he is now the champion of the 2026 Abierto Mexicano Telcel. There's not much else to say about that final, really. But now I will I will discuss the Chile Open. So, I said something interesting about the semifinals the other day, where I initially picked Luciano Darderi to defeat Sebastian Baez. And then I later said that I actually remember that Darderi was a fraud, and I should have picked Baez. But I said that I already put out my initial prediction, which was Darderi, so I would not go back and change that since I already published a video. And I got a little lucky there that I decided not to change it and forgot that Darderi was on the fraud list, which he is now, of course, not, because Darderi did end up defeating Baez in straight sets. So Darderi is officially... So my prediction that I put out was actually correct, that Darderi would win, although I did say 3 sets and not straight sets. But Darderi is now off the fraud list officially. But Baez is also not on... Baez is not taking his place on the fraud list because the match was actually a bit more competitive than the scoreline might suggest. Truly, I say to you, the match could have actually gone either way. Baez was actually up a break at the very beginning of the match. I think he broke Darderi's serve immediately to go up a break 1-0. And then in the second set, he also had break points, chances to go up a break. So you never know. Had he stayed up a break in the first set, and had he taken a break point in the second set, it could have been a shift in momentum. He could have easily actually won this match in straight sets. So for that, I will say this was a solid effort from Baez, and I won't put him on the fraud list, and Darderi is off the fraud list. However, Francisco Cerundolo is now on the fraud list because he lost in straight sets to Yannick Hanfmann in a match that was actually less competitive. He never really had a chance to be ahead in the second set, at least. He may have had a break point, maybe one break point early in the first set. That might have been a break point to get ahead in the score, but I'm not sure because I didn't watch that first set, and I didn't check the point-by-point summary. So I don't know if that was a break point to get ahead in the score or just to get back on serve. But nevertheless, in the second set, he did not have any break points that would have allowed him to go up a break. It was only to get back on serve. So Cerundolo was not really close to winning this match. He could not have, with the way the match went, he wasn't that close to possibly winning in straight sets. So Cerundolo is a fraud. I did say that he would win in straight sets, but he lost in a pretty straightforward straight set match. So he is now on the fraud list. Yannick Hanfmann defeated him in straight sets. So now the final is Yannick Hanfmann versus the second seed Luciano Darderi. The head-to-head is 1-0 to Darderi. They played one time on clay, I think a couple years ago, which Darderi won straight sets. Not much to take away from there, but I do believe that Darderi will win the title and defeat Hanfmann in 3 sets. And the main reason for this is because Darderi has the better finals record. He has won, I believe, 4 titles in his career. He won 3 titles last year alone. Hanfmann has never won a title in his career. So because of that, I think that Darderi will be the champion and defeat Hanfmann in 3 sets. But Hanfmann is playing some solid tennis. He did just take out the top seed, and he has only lost 1 set in his 4 or 5 matches. I believe Darderi has lost 2 sets. He had 2 matches that were more competitive, and he also played fewer matches in total than Hanfmann. So Hanfmann has actually been better in terms of dropping fewer sets. Hanfmann has really been playing some very good tennis, but I do believe that Darderi will win this because of that finals record that he has, the advantage there. He won winning multiple clay court titles last year, 3 clay court titles last year, I believe. Hanfmann has still never won a single title. So that's why I believe that Darderi will be the champion, defeating Hanfmann in 3 sets and be the champion of the 2026 Chile Open.